Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy my readings, please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as leave me a comment and let me know if this reading resonates with you. Alright, so today we're going to use the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and I've went ahead and pulled your Mystical Shaman cards as well as your Lover cards. So for your first card, we've got Many Paths, but it's reversed. And we also have triggers in relationships. So let's take a look here underneath number 34. Is the card number. Alright, so Many Paths. You have outgrown your current situation, at risk losing your way in your own backyard. You are being called to step out of your comfort zone. Respond now while the call is still gentle whisper. Even though the woods look thick and impenetrable, venture in and let nature guide you. Let nature guide your steps through the dark until you reach the destination. Remember, if you do not know where you are going, any path will take you there. Alright, and triggers in your relationship. So, this particular card right here is, it's the first card that we laid down. So it has to do with things that you need to let go off, or an old wound that no longer needs to define who you are. So triggers in your relationship. For example, sometimes you might just feel like you need to be heard. You might feel betrayal, lies, trauma, repetitive trauma, re-engaging trauma, hitting open wounds, or purposely irritating one another. So these are all triggers in your relationship that can cause enmity between you and your loved one. So let's take a quick look at your next card, which is the Sweat Lodge. Alright, and it says, for your Lover's card, tone. Watch for the tone of your voice. It will make or break your relationship. Okay, conflicts. Alright, so the Sweat Lodge. Let's take a look. Number 54. Alright, so the Sweat Lodge says, life is offering you a second chance. Take it. Since the chance may not come your way again for a while, Mother Earth is calling you into her womb and inviting you to incubate as long as needed for a spiritual rebirth. Gift yourself time to be with your darkness, your fears, your pains, and your seeds of beautiful potential, until you come out of the other side free, wise, and full of creativity. Alright, and for your next card, okay, so now that card says it is an old story that needs to be let go of. Find new meaning to your life. And that's the Sweat Lodge, okay? For your next card, we've got this card represents the wisdom that you need to acquire. Alright, so this is the Earth card, which you are an Earth sign, so this should resonate with you really well. Let's take a look. This is number 17 in the deck. Alright, so this one says, do you feel ungrounded or easily thrown off your path lately? Is it time to focus on what nurtures you? To open yourself to the healing of Mother Earth and see the abundant world around you. Perhaps you have lost the ability to trust that your needs will be met, and you've fallen prey to poverty consciousness. Perhaps you have not been eating well, or you've been overworked or overstressed, and forgotten to breathe in the beauty of the surroundings. When the spirit of earth comes as your medicine, you're being reminded that when you practice self-care, take a walk in nature and focus on the consciousness and abundance. Miracles can and do happen. All right. And for your Lover's card, we've got the blame game. So it's important to analyze your life and what makes you happy. Don't take out your unhappiness on others. And don't allow others to do this to you. All right? The Staff. This is number 51. I really like this card. All right, and it's reversed. And it has, the card that goes with it is anger or hate. So you might be feeling just like some kind of anger inside. Let's see what the Staff has to say. All right, this one's 51. In case that number has any significance for you. And it's reversed. It says, you are caught in the delicate balance between opposing forces, between masculine and feminine, between action and non-action. Use this to your advantage, as there can be no day without night, no low without high, no wrong without right. This is the time to take corrective action, beginning with your beliefs about what you need to be fixed or repaired. About what needs to be fixed or repaired. Let destiny take its course, nudging you slightly along. Right. So, I hope this reading does indeed resonate with you. Let's go ahead and pull one Narcissist card here and see if there's something that's been bothering you or possibly plaguing you. Alright, revenge. We got the revenge card. Alright, so revenge is definitely not the answer. You do not want to go on a personal vendetta. We've seen the movie. We know how it happens. And there we go. How to detect a psychopath. They ignore you when you are upset. Struggles to feel empathy. Amazing liars. They don't feel guilt. Exaggerated egotism. Rules don't apply to me. Behavioral chaos. Impulse desires. They can't control their anger. If you are very careful, it says be very careful. Struggle with genuine emotion. Parasitic lifestyle. Disgust threshold is very low. Facial reactions, they have very little eye contact or no eye contact. Don't notice when others are in distress. Alright, especially children. It said that psychopaths are not really, they're narcissists. They're not really concerned with others' distress. So these are a couple signs that that you might be dealing with a psychopath, or if you might be working for a psychopath. You never know. Let's take one more narcissist card here. Narcissist that plays the victim. Stages a crime to make people feel bad for them. Narcissistic husband fakes a painful injury, calls the police, and then the wife calls after hurting herself. Then they both get charged. Okay. So a clerk figures out that she's getting fired, And to try to make everyone feel bad for her, she sends herself flowers. Unfortunately, she still got fired. So these are some situations of people who are actually trying to play the victim when they're the narcissist. How do you deal with victim mentality? It says take action to change your ways. Alright, so this is for the victim. Help others in need. Do not be in anti-victim mindset. Do not try to logically argue with the victim. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is for someone who's dealing with someone who has victim mentality. Alright, but the first two can apply to both, okay? Alright, help them find a solution. Persevere with the victim. Alright, so victim mentality is something that's really hard to overcome because typically you are a victim and you're stuck in this victim mentality. But you have to come to grips with what has happened to you in order to overcome it. If you stay stuck in the victim mentality, you won't be able to move forward because you'll only be stuck in this I can't, I won't, I'm unable because I'm a victim. So the victim mentality doesn't really help you overcome. Alright, so if you're dealing with someone who has this victim mentality, then, you have to be very careful and choose your words carefully because, they are a victim, most likely. Not always. Sometimes they're literally just a narcissist pretending to be a victim. But most of the time, trauma is what sets off this type of narcissistic victim mentality. So whether or not they are actually a victim of this particular situation doesn't mean that they weren't ever a victim in the past. Alright, so just be really careful when you're dealing with people. Even if you don't think that they are a victim, you don't know what they've been through, and you don't know how they got to the situation that they're in. So always just be empathetic and understanding and help them to persevere. Alright, well, I hope this reading resonates with you, Capricorn. And if you did enjoy it, please leave me a comment and let me know. And also be sure to like and subscribe and come back and see me next week.